perfect cause it's worth it. Must endure through these curses we oppress.
Times get hard.
Don't fold, no excuses, just follow the commandments, nothing less.
Times get hard.
But your brothers you can call, come together and just be on one accord.
Times get hard.
These heathens finna get their judgment, just remember that vengeance is the Lord's.
Oppression make a wise man mad, that's why I'm curious. Why the fuck my people love the enemy, they should be furious. Most High in Christ, the UPK revealed the mysteries. The white man, the devil, the biggest murderer in history. Tell me I'm lying and I'll show you in the Bible. Cross around our neck, mean you worshiping them idols or a graven image. Wait a minute, I'm just kicking facts. That Stockholm syndrome got you loving massa, even though they whip our backs. Living they same thing in the shoes of a priest in the streets. Where we go and teach our people demons. Wanna get us caught up in the belly of the beast, where we lust and we feast with the evil. And I know you're angry, but do not commit a sin. Just remember, endure to the end. When
Times get hard.
Be perfect cause it's worth it, must endure through these curses we oppress.
Times get hard.
Don't fold, no excuses, just follow the commandments, nothing less.
Times get hard.
But your brothers you can call, come together and just be on one accord.
Times get hard.
These heathens finna get their judgment, just remember that vengeance is the Lord's.
Rose out of concrete, Tinto shed, wreck me, shack the fire on my feet. It's no retreat, no coward in my DNA. Now speed when the enemy say, relate to some of the blocks. I celebrate, lose for a coin toss. In the furnaces, ain't when I'm hot sauce. Skip to my loo with a nail cross. Cause I paid the cost, was afraid of loss. They so deaf, crisscross for the floss. We just not cut from the same cloth. Teach the week, you better so you see harvest coming. Hope you wait side of Sony. Or choked out by vines and weeds. As a juice from the 12 watch company. Take the road, let's travel these corner streets. Cause possibly aristocracy or atrocities commonly make it hard to see what the cornerly. I'm stumbling drunk on the Dollar Tree. So about to be so robbery. Looking for reciprocity. You reap what you sow, tread lightly. Cause
Times get hard.
Be perfect cause it's worth it, must endure through these curses we oppress.
Times get hard.
Don't fold, no excuses, just follow the commandments, nothing less.
Times get hard.
But your brothers you can call, come together and just be on one accord.
Times get hard.
These heathens finna get their judgment, just remember that vengeance is the Lord's.
Christ. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is Precinct Officer Havanah, and this is the ISUPK Houston Wednesday Law class. You understand? First, I want to go ahead and big up Officer Ram. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? For holding it down. You understand? That's a mighty priest in his work. All right, so we back at it. You understand? The last time we was here, what I want to do before I take questions, I want to do like a little recap. You understand? On what we went over the last time I was here. So, because I told you I wasn't going to let y'all get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make sure that all the information that's learned in here is going to be retained. That way we can go ahead and, you understand, learn the scriptures like we should, you know what I'm saying, like that, like we need to. And what the ultimate goal is to learn these scriptures and live them. You understand what I'm saying? You can't live them unless you know them. You know, like there's no way I would be able to walk in the ways down. All right, so now, Salakia, let me start this up. All right, so now who wanna go first and tell me, give me something that we talked about. Go ahead, Yanni. We got both mics. The brothers got a mic on that side too. Oh, he got a mic to read. So what we'll do is just, Junior, I'll have you, make sure the mic reaches both sides. All right. Go ahead, Yanni.
Heaven and a word I can't say.
Huh?
Heaven and a word I can't say.
Who said you can't say it? Who said you can't say it? Have your father ever told you you can't say it? Okay. So I mean, last time I checked, I'm in charge, right? Okay. So what's the word?
Heaven and hell.
Okay. We talked about heaven and hell. Okay. So give me an example. Okay. Do you know what heaven is? Ah, see, I lost you right there. So you know what we talked about, but you don't know what you weren't paying attention to the breakdown. Is that what it is? No sweat. Give it to Divine. Go ahead, Divine. What is heaven?
Where all the dead people live.
Hold on. Rephrase that again if you could. Like I don't know if you understood what you just said, but you almost there. You like right now you are hot and you're headed in the right direction. So tell me what you said again. Where all the what people live?
The dead people.
So all the dead people live, right? That's what you said. Okay, what were the dead people before they died?
On earth.
Right. Okay. But I mean, what are people? Okay, before people die, what are they? They're alive, right? Okay, so heaven is where again? Heaven is where? How y'all doing? Y'all could just have a seat. Is some chairs out there wrong? Yeah, get back in your seat, Yanni. Divine, where is heaven again? You just said it.
On earth.
On earth. Give her a hand. That's absolutely correct. Heaven is here on earth. Somebody give me tell me where hell is. Anybody want to give it a shot? Go ahead, Junior. Y'all give him the mic. So we know heaven is here on earth. Where's hell?
On earth right now.
It's on earth as well. Give him a hand. Now, I need an example of heaven. Give me an example of us, because we already know. Okay, so for y'all that just walked in, we going over. I'm just recapping what we talked about not last week. I think it was the week before last. But we talked about we're dispelling the lies and the myths of the Christian church. So in Christianity, they teach you that heaven and hell is a place where you go when you die. You understand? Like you got the heaven in the sky, you got hell in the earth. You know where this red man is waiting with a pitchfork, and you just burning for eternity. That's what they say hell is. Heaven is like a depiction of, I've always pictured it as, when you die, you just float up into the clouds, up the crawl up this big old giant steps until you reach these gates, and somebody's there, an angel is there with a book open. You know what I mean? And then they read to see if you're in the book. If you ain't in the book, then they cast you back down to the hell. Like that's what I grew up thinking that heaven was. So that's a lie. Heaven and hell are conditions that we live out here on earth. So we know that. So now give me an example of heaven on earth. Give me an example of that. Anybody? Raise your hand. Come on now. I'm gonna start calling y'all out, because y'all should know these things. Shaquat, give me an example. Get the microphone. I'm talking about, think about what we're going through right now. Like this is 2020. What's today's date? Today is the 2nd, Wednesday the 2nd, 2020. Give me an example on Wednesday the 2nd give me an example of heaven here on earth.
Not being oppressed.
Say that again?
Not being oppressed.
Not being oppressed. Who's not being oppressed on this earth right now?
The white man.
The white man. Give her a hand. They living in heaven right now. In case you haven't noticed, you got Bill Gates, his whole family line, his kids, the grandkids, the great-grand, all of them going to be set for life. They good. They billionaires. You understand what I'm saying? That's heaven for them. You understand? They living out good. They're not being shot. They're not being pulled out their car at 3 o'clock in the morning, strip search, gun to their head, You understand? Car getting stripped up, a bullet in their head, however you want to put it. You know, they're not getting stereotyped. They're not being oppressed. They're not having to work a 9 to 5 just to pay the light bill. They still got to figure out how to pay the rest of the bills. They're not being oppressed right now. So they're living in heaven right now. Give me an example of hell. You had something you wanted to give, what am I, y'all, Junior, make it happen. Come on, double time.
Just heaven, for example, for heaven, just knowing the truth for Black, Native Americans or Hispanics, like knowing the truth.
Give them a hand. That's absolute. Being in the ISUPK under Commander Junior Yohana is heaven. You understand what I'm saying? This is the kingdom. You know, the scriptures say, where's the kingdom? Where do they say the kingdom is? Go ahead, Yaitiza. No, well, okay, yes, but go ahead, Shaquat. Within you. The kingdom is within you, right? So us being here in the ISUPK, we're living out the kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? We're like, it's not here yet, but it's within us. So the way we live, the way we follow the law, statutes, commandments, when we come together on feast days, we celebrate. You understand what I'm saying? That is heaven. So that's absolutely correct. All right. So now let's move on to hell. Give me some hellish conditions that we go through. Go ahead, Ayani. Junior, you got to stay on point out.
Us being oppressed, like guns point at.
They'll give her a hand. That's absolutely, that is hell. You understand what I'm saying? Being arrested for no reason, guns pulled out, getting pulled out, yanked out the car with guns to your head for no reason because you fit the description. How many times have we all heard that, right? You fit the description. It's crazy because as a young Black man in America, I constantly think about this all the time. When I have to leave the house, anytime I have to get in the car, especially at nighttime, I always think like, what if somebody did something and the laws just, I just happen to fit the description. You know what I'm saying? I could lose my life tonight. That's why every time I leave my house, I always tell my family, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I love you. Why? Because it possibly could be my last time seeing them. You understand what I'm saying? That's hell. The fact that we even have to have this discussion is hell. You see what I'm saying? The fact that I have to think about this might be my last time seeing my family, that's hell. You think Bill Gates thinking about that? You think when he leaves the house, he's like, oh my God, this might be my last time seeing you guys, so I love you guys. No, he's thinking about how he can maximize his dollar in the stock market today. He's thinking about how he can, come up with a new software and make $1 billion off of it, even though he's already billions of dollars, rich. He's trying to make another $1 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, you think he's worried about not being able to, see his family? No, he's thinking about trying to come up with a new social media platform so that he can make more, hundreds of millions of dollars. You understand what I'm saying? That's what our enemies are thinking about while we're thinking about how we're going to survive the next day, how we're going to make it to the end of the week, how we're going to raise our kids, how we're going to get out of debt. That's hell. You born with that. You know what I'm saying? Your parents done opened up a phone bill in your name when you 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? You turn 18, you think you finna get you a phone or a car and you run your credit. Like the credit, listen, you break the system. They run your credit. You might as well just hang it up. You understand what I'm saying? Like it might come back at 000. They might not even see you have a credit score because your credit then got ran into the ground as a kid. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because we're being oppressed here on the earth. So those are conditions that we, heaven and hell are conditions that we face here on earth, not mythical places that you go when you die. I don't have to die to meet the devil. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand what I'm saying? The white man is the devil, and the reason how we know he's the devil is because while he's living in heaven, he's thinking about ways that he can oppress us further, put us further in hell, put us further beneath his knee, literally. You understand what I'm saying? Via George Floyd. That's hell. George Floyd faced hell for 8 minutes before he had to die. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I hate to bring it to a dark place, but that's where we at. We in 2020, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, COVID is not letting up. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is continuing to have his foot on our neck. So it's time to, you know, get right. Okay, so what else we talked about? We mentioned heaven and hell. What else we talked about? Huh? Raise your hand. Go ahead. The chariots. What are the chariots? Just you can answer it if you want to. Give it a microphone. If you could hold it for. I mean, you got the cat. No sweat.
Basically, the chariots was.
Make sure it's on. I don't know if it got turned off in the
Hello?
process.
Okay. The chariots was what. Salakia, correct me if I'm wrong. They was talking about it in Ezekiel and Zechariah, how they were described and basically what he saw.
Right. Give her hand. I'll take that. And that's what. And you know what she did? She looked at her notes. That's excellent. That let me know that you're taking notes in class. That's what you need. All right. So basically, chariots are. That's pretty much our transportation on earth. When Christ come back and the angels come back, that's gonna be our transportation out of this place. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the white man so-called UFOs, what you think are unidentified objects, we know what they are. They're not unidentified objects because we identify them. We know them to be the Lord's chariots and the angels coming to check on us every now and then. Y'all know the saying, like when we was in slavery, right? The little we used to sing those little nursery rhymes and stuff, you know, tunes and stuff. And you heard the song they used to sing, that swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Well, they knew we call them forefathers and foremothers, but I'm gonna say ancestors just to, you know, for teaching purposes. Our ancestors read the Bible. They knew, you know. They read about what she said, like in Ezekiel, it describes these things that's coming, that these angels are coming on to take us out of this hell. You understand what I'm saying? First, it's going to rain hell down on this place, and then it's going to deliver us out of this place, right? So they knew it was coming. That's why they used to sing it. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry us home. They knew something that we didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? These chariots is our transportation out of this place. And like she said in Ezekiel and Zechariah, they describe them, all right? So that's what that is. Anybody have any questions on that? All right, no questions on that. You had a question, right? Somebody give him the microphone.
Yeah, my question was
Hey,
just...
Salaka, Officer Rum, you give me the plug or something to plug this phone up real quick. Go ahead.
You ready? Yeah, my question was just about, do as thou wilt. Yeah, like, you know how like, oh yeah, I'm a good person. I'm not a criminal. I don't mean no harm to anybody, but I still eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You know what I mean?
Okay, Salakia. Let me get this situated right quick. Say it again. Salakia about that.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, my question was, just how people, people just be like, yo, I'm a good person, I don't mean any harm to anybody. I'm not a criminal. But on the flip side, I still eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, and don't follow the laws.
Yeah.
But but I'ma still eat bacon. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. So basically, that whole mentality of, well, I'm not out here murdering anybody, but I mean, I'm still gonna eat my. Long as I ain't out, okay, I'm gonna eat my bacon, even though that's a sin. But as long as I'm not out here robbing or killing nobody, I'm good. Is that what you trying, like that mentality, that whole mentality, where that comes from? Okay, is anybody familiar where that whole phrase comes from? That "do as thou wilt." Anybody know? You know?
Satan.
Well, I mean, you could say we're gonna say the devil.
Demonic.
But we know who the devil is, right? Who's the devil? Who do we say the devil is? Y'all, anybody? The white man is the devil. So that's where that phrase come from. Anybody familiar with Aleister Crowley? Nobody familiar with that? That's his phrase. Do as thou wilt. Like that's he coined that. And that's what we follow. You know, we are followers naturally. We like to, I don't know, you know, what it is about seeing a trend, or it's no different from nowadays, like social media. We see something and we follow it. They got the whole is it Nate Robinson? Yeah, they got the whole Nate Robinson challenge. I mean, just that quick. He get knocked out, everybody taking pictures laid out on the ground, and we just following it. You know what I'm saying? It's a trend. No different from that whole what's that TikTok that Megan Thee Stallion, the Savage song, whatever it's called? They were doing the TikTok. Like, it's a trend. We see something and we follow it. So it's no different with that do as thou wilt. That if you look it up, you can Google it right now. You know what I'm saying? Do it thou wilt or something like that. You'll find that Eliester Crowley came up with that. So that's where that phrase come from. It's not in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that whole do as thou wilt thing is definitely against the Lord, because we don't have, okay, how can I put it? We have a choice to do, okay, you have a choice to serve the Lord or not, if that makes sense. You have a choice to follow the law, statutes, and commandments or not. Like, the Lord is not forcing you to do it. The Lord is not going to hold your hand to make sure you do it. You have a choice, because he don't want you to be a robot. You know what I'm saying? He created us, but he also created us to want to do the right thing. So that whole do as thou wilt, that whole YOLO, all of that stuff is just coined phrases by people, and we follow after that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's pretty much all I can tell you. The mentality is they're Christian. Christians don't want to stop eating pork. That's just what it is. Like, they just don't want to stop eating pork. No matter how much you tell them it's in the Bible to not do it, no matter how much you tell a drug dealer how wicked it is to sell dope, he's gonna do what he wants to do. He don't want to change from that lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? That's anybody that's in Christianity. That's anybody not serving the Lord. Everybody understands? Now, everybody here is in here for a reason. For whatever that reason is, you're here. You're in class. You're like, damn, okay, something is going on where I need to be enlightened. I need to. It's too much stuff going on. Something that I've learned growing up is just all through these years. It's something I'm missing. It's something going on. It's something. It's something else. I'm here for a reason. You see what I'm saying? You're here to learn. You're here to find out, okay, what could I be missing? Even if you agree with it or not, you're here trying to figure it out. We all came to that point, because that's how I got here. I came in the truth because I had grew up to a point where I'm like, okay, I grew up in the church. And I'm like, you know, my grandma had us faithfully going to the church. I'm talking about like 3 days a week. We was Wednesday service, Friday choir rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Saturday was church for us because we were 7-day Adventists. So we had, and then you get the Sunday school, Saturday school. Well, we had it Saturday mornings, but you get there early for Saturday school, and then you get the, church. So I was in the youth program, all of that, right? So I grew up in the church, but all these years in the church still left me empty. It still left me with like, man, something ain't right. Something I'm being taught is just not, it's not registering. You know, as I'm growing up, getting older, I'm seeing things for myself. I'm a grown man. I'm like, man, this church is bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff going on. I see Sister Mary, she be willing and dealing on the side. I don't know what's going on. You got the deacon over here. He talking to everybody's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pastor be trying to be all up under the Miss Martha's dress in the fellowship hall. You know, it's like it be a bunch of, you got the damn the choir director and the organ player, he homosexual as hell. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with that. Like, the Bible clearly is against homosexual. How the hell you got an organ player that's a full blown homosexual? He damn near would come to church in his little transsexual outfit if it was left up to him. Only reason why he don't do it is because he know deep down the Lord is against homosexuality. You understand what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't never wondered that? I don't know if, like, being in the church, you see all the wicked stuff going on. You never thought to yourself, like, dang, man, it seemed like it's more wicked. Okay, I'll give y'all a perfect example. The pastor's daughters. The pastor's daughters or the pastor's children. I'm going to say the pastor's children. Have anybody, besides me, noticed that every church you go to, the pastor's kids be like the worst kids? They eat the daughters be whores. I'm talking about they be the whores of the church. They done gave it up to Ronnie, Lil Black, and everybody else. Then you got the boys, they doing all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all notice that, right? Like, this is not something that I'm making up. This is something that's a popular thing amongst churches. Like the pastors' children, them pastors' kids, them the ones, they the ones, they out here. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Why is that? It's because it's nothing but wickedness in the church. You know what I'm saying? Because in the church, nobody's trying to really change. It's really church is like a place where you go where you just want to feel like not you matter, but like you done so much crap through the week. You know what I'm saying? You done all type of stuff during the week. So you go to church to kind of be like, okay, this is the reset button. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is church. I'm at church. I can reset and refresh. So, you know, going into the next week, you know, I won't carry the sins from last week into the next week. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, when I used to go to church, I used to leave church, leave church feeling better. But when I leave here, like, I know better, if that makes sense.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Man, listen, that is absolutely heavy. You know what I'm saying? Church is a place to make you feel good. It's just a place to make you feel, like, it's just a place where, you know, okay, I done this, that. I come here, we can sing songs. It's, you know, they got the fake Holy Spirit, you know, they be doing, everybody running around. You know, you got the whole, it's a show. You know what I'm saying? You leave church, you leave the club Saturday night, you understand what I'm saying? You done thotted and did all type of stuff the night before, and you come to church, it's just the after party. It's just, like, you didn't, matter of fact, after the club, you go to the after party. And then you go home, sleep for a few hours, then now you it's like a continuation of the after party. It's just a show to make you feel better. But as soon as you leave there, you're gonna go back to doing what you were doing. You're not gonna change. Like this brother said, when you come here though, you know better. So knowing better will prevent you from going to sin again. You know, the word repent means to turn away from. Don't do again. Christ ain't died for you to keep sinning. You know what I'm saying? That's like your homeboy give his life for you so that you can live. He ain't give his life up for you so you can go kill yourself. He died so that you can live. So that's what sinning is, though. After Christ died for you, if you sin again, it's like you committing suicide because you like, you know, he died in vain. He died for nothing if you just go out and sin again. You know what I'm saying? He died for our sins so that we don't do it no more. Everybody understands? All right, so that's pretty much, you know, what I could tell you as far as that mentality, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mentality that they don't want to change. And I can respect somebody who at least seeks out the knowledge. Now, if you, after receiving it, if you just like, you know what, hey, it just ain't for me, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? No sweat. Do your thing. Nobody's going to, like, that's one thing about the ISUPK. We're not Christians. We're not Jehovah's Witnesses. We ain't finna go door to door. We ain't finna be knocking on your door trying to convert you. We ain't finna be, hey, man, come on, man, get in the school. You know, hey, man, we'll pass you a flyer. Hey, man, call a number. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't call, I mean, what? Look, the scriptures say prophesy to the wind. I'm going to do my job. As a prophet, you know what I'm saying, as a priest and prophet of the Lord, I'm going to tell you what the Bible say. I'm going to tell you what's right. You can lead a horse to water. I cannot make you drink it. Now, if you do drink it, you'll understand how good it is. You understand what I'm saying? That's like some supernatural spring water. You understand what I'm saying? What he doing? He too hard. I mean, as long as he ain't chewing on no cords. But it's like, you know, it's like you lead the horse to the water. You can't make them drink it, but if they do drink it, they'll realize it's the best water they ever tasted in their life. It's like some super water. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so that's what I can tell you about that. So now what we're gonna do is there any questions? Anybody have? If y'all listen, I'm gonna tell you, I do this to all my, you know, new visitors or students or whatever. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions, because in the church you can't ask any questions. You can't raise, while the pastor teaching, preaching or whatever. You can't raise your hand and be like, hey, Mr. Pastor, I got a question. Why is this? What, you know, you can't do that. They'll put you out the church. They're like, somebody get them out of here. You know what I mean? Like you'll be afraid, and you'll be afraid to ask, because it's just not a common thing in the church. Well, they don't want you to ask questions. They want to talk. They want to do all the talking. They don't want to answer your questions because they don't care about you. But they will pass that collection plate around a few times. They gonna make sure they do that. You know what I'm saying? Did you see it? Did you make sure you get the make sure you know what I'm saying? Pass it around again just in case if you might have found the penny on the floor. Just go ahead and put the penny in there. They want all. You know what I'm saying? You check your other pocket, sister. I know you be keeping it in your bra. You might want to check your bra again. Don't worry about it. We'll give you some time. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll say the church doors are open. Like they're gonna pass the collection plate around like 4 times. All right. So if y'all have any questions, then y'all feel free to ask them. Do y'all have anything for me? Anything that you may have learned? Are y'all? I mean, you grew up in the church, or y'all go to church, or you familiar with the Bible? I mean, you know, it's look. Listen. You don't be a shy here. You good. You can ask. You know. Yeah. Give it a mic. Go ahead. It might be a little shorter than.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I grew up in a Catholic home, and then as I got older, I kind of like branched out into Christianity, and it's like the more I did research, the deeper I dug in, the more it just seemed more cult-like, and I feel like the religion, not all, I'm just saying.
You say the church felt cult-like.
Yeah.
Give her a hand, if I could. I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's a very heavy point because they like to say we're a cult, but really, like you say, when you do your research about the church, you like, hold on.
Deep, the more it
Right.
make you question, and it's just like, I just feel like a lot of things were put in store for us, not to really help us get to the other side, but just as a form of control. In my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure. They want to control them pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely want to control them pockets. You never really learn anything in church. Tell me, is there anything that y'all really learned in church? Like, what did you do? What do you remember that you thought you learned from church? Besides that, and besides the songs. You know the songs. You remember the song. Like what's that? He is able. Like what? Or oh how I love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like you know the songs, right? But you don't know none about the lessons. They don't really teach
and
you
then
anything.
You can't ask why, because they're gonna be like, oh, that's just how it is.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
that even that is just questionable to me. Like, why can't I ask why? Like.
Exactly. And here you can ask all the questions. So,
You pretty much said what I said, because I grew up in the Catholic household. Well, not really Catholic, but like my parents are from Honduras. So I grew up kind of more so in the Spanish household type of thing. And then so we was Christians at the same time. Like we went to church together. Yeah.
And it's crazy, like the more we got deeper into it, the people in power, they were like looking down on us.
Right.
Why are you being so powerful?
Right. And then the one thing I would say that I learned being a Christian is tapping more into my own spirituality. Because I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
And that's the only thing I can say about the Christianity. But we started studying around the same time. Like we've been here for a minute. Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, she pretty much tapped on what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So the question. Do you have a question though? Like about what maybe what we are or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. So we are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We are not a church. We are Israelites, and we are a school. And we teach Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, as you can see the shirt, Black, Latinos, and Natives, that we are the chosen people of the Lord. We are the 12 tribes that the Bible speaks about. We're the 12 lost tribes. You understand what I'm saying? And in knowing that and having that little bit of knowledge, you understand what I'm saying, lets you know that we are the preferred people on the earth. Like the Lord, okay, so it's not uncommon that you feel like as people, we have favorites. We have favorite everything. We have a favorite smell. We have a favorite flower, a favorite food. You understand? The Lord also has that as well. The Lord has a favorite flower. Can anybody tell me what the Lord's favorite flower is? Go ahead. Anyone? Just say it. The lily. The lily is the Lord's favorite flower. Can anybody tell me what the Lord's favorite bird is? Go ahead. the dove or pigeon. You know what I'm saying? You might see a pigeon. You might go to your local grocery store and see pigeons just, being annoying. They just flocking around. Well, don't mess with those birds because that's the Lord's favorite bird. Those birds are of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord also has a special people, a favorite people. And those people are Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. You understand? AKA Israelites. And that's what we are, and that's what we teach. Those people that you see over there in Israel right now, we think that those are the chosen people of the Lord because they're over there. They portray this image. But the Bible tells it. Give me Revelation, when it says Jews, they say they are Jews but are not. They're the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, like they portray this image that they're the real Jews, but really they're Jewish. Y'all know them people that be going to New York, and they be having them Abraham Lincoln hats and them kufis and stuff. They're Jewish people, and if you know about Jewish or the word ish, like the suffix ish, it doesn't. It just means kind of, sort of like, but not quite. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to be like. We're the real Jews. They're Jewish. So what that tell you? They're trying to be like us. Hold on, hold that thought right quick, young man.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. Go ahead.
Which say they are Jews.
So the people that's over there in Israel right now, they say they are Jews. Go ahead.
And are not.
But they're not the real Jews. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
But do lie.
But they do lie. You understand? Like that's who they are. Give me is it 2 and 9? What 2 and 9 say?
Revelation 2 and 9?
Yeah, read that real quick.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works.
That's the one I wanted. Go ahead.
And tribulation and poverty.
So this is the Lord saying, I know thy works and your tribulation. So that's us. We the one go through what we go through. You know what I'm saying? We the one got the poverty. We the one got the tribulations. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
But thou art rich. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're not, like we may be at the bottom now, but we're royalty. Have you ever wondered why we like the shiny things? We got to have the grills. We got to have the big rims. We got to even though we may be broke, we got to have the most expensive J's on our feet. We gotta shine even in our, in our poverty. We still got to look good because we know deep down inside we're royalty. You never lose your royal ways, like that feeling of I gotta shine, I gotta feel good, I need the best. You know what I'm saying? That want for the nice gold things, like it's just that's your roots. It's in your blood. It's in your DNA to be royal. It says, but thou art rich. So don't ever forget your place here. Don't forget just because they got their foot on our neck that you're not special. You're not royal, because that's what we are. We are royal people. You know what I'm saying? We at the bottom now. That's our fault. We the only ones that can get ourselves out of this situation too. Keep going.
Con. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
I know the blasphemy of them that say they're Jews. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And are not.
But they're not. Keep going.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
But they are the synagogue of Satan. That's why we say the white man is the devil that the Bible speak of. Because the Bible says it. They are the synagogue of Satan. You understand what I'm saying? Because now give me Jeremiah 14:2. You had something? You had, young man? You got your thought? You lost it? And don't sweat. When you remember, just let me know. Jeremiah 14:2.
Con. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
Now, it says Judah mourneth. If anybody know that what Judah is, the word Jew derived from that word. You get the word Jew, Jew, from that word Judah. It derives from that word. So it says Judah mourneth. What does mourneth mean? Meaning they're like sad, going through it. You know what I'm saying? What are we on earth right now? And also Judah, in this sense, is talking about all of Israel. But Judah is actually a tribe. Judah is the so-called Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So it says Judah mourning, but this is talking about all Israel. Judah mourning. We're in mourning right now. We're at the bottom. We losing our kids to black on black violence. We losing our kids by the hands of the police. Our brothers, you know what I'm saying? Our uncles. We're getting mass incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Gentrified, all of that stuff. That's us. We're getting separated at the borders from our babies. They gotta sleep in wrapped in aluminum foil. You know what I'm saying? At the borders because of customs and all this other crap, immigration laws and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Judah is in mourning right now. Go ahead.
And the gates thereof languish.
Who can tell me what languish means? You want to just give it a shot? Let me see if languish. The word languish. Put it in your Google machine, as General Muhammad would say. Put it in your Google machine. Look at the word languish. When y'all get it, let me know. It says, read it one more time. What they getting at?
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
And the gates thereof languish. Remember that. You got what language? You got the word language. Anybody? You got what is this? Is?
It says lack vitality, grow weak or feeble.
Weak, right? Grow weak or feeble. So feeble is also weak. You understand? Language means to be weak. So it says the gates thereof languish. The gates. What do gates do? Think about. I don't want to get an answer, but what does a gate do? Yeah, it does open and close, but go ahead, Yapa. Protect. You know what I'm saying? A gate, like a gated community. Think about like apartment complex. You got a gate around your house. You can't just hop my gate. You ain't coming in my yard. It's to protect the property. It's to protect what's yours, right? Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish, meaning our protection is weak. You understand? The protection, the people that's supposed to protect us, who are our gates? Who is the people that's supposed to protect black people, black, Hispanic, and Native Americans? Go ahead.
The Christian pastors.
The Christian pastors supposed to protect us, but they molesting us. Go ahead. Give me somebody else. Who else supposed to be protecting us? Go ahead. No, I wouldn't say the police. I wouldn't say that. Salakia. Anybody else? Just name like I will protect like black. Government. No. Be more specific to black people. To black people. Go ahead, Yapa. Will I take Barack Obama? No, I can't take Barack Obama because he's a Hamite.
No, we gotta protect each other like black.
Okay, now, but who would be? Okay, you on the right track. Hold on. The sister, what's your name, sis? Like, yeah, right. I know how it is when you first get the truth. I know how it is when you start getting that knowledge. Okay, so now you on the right track when you say we supposed to protect ourselves. Who do we appoint or who do we look at as the representation for us? Okay, y'all still hot. No, I wouldn't say like outside of the household. Like I'm talking about black people as a whole. Who would we look at as our? Hold on, I know y'all probably. Okay, go ahead. No, come on, y'all. I know we. Give me. I don't want to give y'all the answer, man. I don't want to give y'all the answer. They was on track. I want to make see. I mean, I'm already giving it to you. Okay, so who? Okay, I'm gonna ask you again. Let's calm down. Not teachers. No, not teachers. I wouldn't give you that. Because you're giving teachers too much power. Like, okay, teacher, they teach us in school, but okay, you are hot right now. You are absolutely hot. Like, you're literally.
Religion,
okay.
Jesus.
Who said pastors? So he said, Rom said pastors, right? Who said pastors?
I did, sir.
Okay, so we already got pastors, but who else, though? So give me, I want it summed up in one, we got pastors. What is a pastor considered? Say it again. Say it again. A leader, black leaders. Your like you say, Louis Farrakhan's. Give me who's Martin Luther King. That's the one that's who I was thinking that y'all was gonna say. That's the most famous so-called black leader, right? That supposedly led us into integration and out of like really integration was the one. I'm gonna say not the first worst thing because I'm gonna say Christianity, but integration was probably the second worst thing that could have ever happened to black people. You understand what I'm saying? He even admitted that he felt like he integrated us into a burning house. He said that. So our so-called black leaders are the gates. the Reverend Jesse Jacksons, the Louis Farrakhan's, the Martin Luther Kings. These are supposed to be the people that's leading us because we're looking at them as leadership. We're looking at Jesse Jackson as somebody who can liberate black people, right? We looked at Obama, and I say we, I'm not talking about the ISUPK, I'm saying us as black people. We looked at Barack Obama as somebody who could liberate black people. In reality, all he did was just pass on some more gay rights and he looked out for homosexuals. But guess what? He wasn't black. He was African, and we're not African. He looked out for his people, though. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what bills he signed on the side for Africans and definitely homosexuals? Because guess what? Africans are gay. They be licking cow booty holes and stuff. I'm just gonna keep it real. Listen. ISUPK is the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? We tell the truth around here. You understand? We wouldn't be the home of the truth if I would lie to you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They be blowing in the cow's butt. You understand what I'm saying? They eat Salakia. They eat the doo-doo and all of that crap. You understand what I'm saying? So he passed rights for homosexuals. But who is here? Who's going to liberate black people? Nobody. That's why the gates are weak. And that's what languish means. It says the gates thereof languish. That's why we're in mourning, because our black leaders are weak, man. You understand? But guess what? We do have a strong black leader. And his name is Commanding General Yohana. That damn right. You understand? And he is the leader of the ISUPK. You understand what I'm saying? He's a strong black leader, man. He's been there since he's been around since the 80s, but the ISUPK been around since 1969, and he hold fast to the same traditions that was passed down to him. And guess what? In the ISUPK, you don't see nothing but strong black men. None of us are weak. You understand what I'm saying? And like as I sit up here, I ain't nobody, but I'm telling you right now, under my watch, ain't nothing happening to none of my sisters or our children or our children ain't getting molested like the Christian church. You understand? The pastor's supposed to be somebody who you look at as a neighborhood leader, somebody who's supposed to protect us. You understand? But he the one doing the molesting in the church. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it says the gates thereof languish. Keep going.
They are black unto the ground.
Hold on, wait. So we still talking about the Jews, right? Because Jews derive from the word Judah. It say Judah mourning. So that's talking about us. We the ones in mourning. We the ones have weak black leaders. We the ones that are in poverty right now. They say they're what? What color?
Black unto the ground.
We are the real Jews, and we are black unto the ground. And what does that mean? That means, the scriptures are twofold. Black unto the ground, meaning we're at a low state. We're at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that means. Also, it means black into the ground, like different shades of brown. You know what I'm saying? We come in all different shades of brown. It don't matter if you high yellow or black is that speaker. You know what I'm saying? We the real Jews that the Bible talk about, not the fake ones that, that's over there in Israel right now. So, that just dispels that myth. You understand what I'm saying? So, us being the real Jews, now that we know that, what are we going to do with that information? Now that we know that the Lord chose us, give me Deuteronomy 7:6 real quick. Now that we know we are the chosen people of the Lord, we're the real Jews, what are we going to do with this information? We know that our God, he's not everybody's God, but he's our God, the Most High. The God of the Bible is our God. He's the nigga God. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Are we going barbecue mildew? Are we going to just disregard what he say, or are we going to follow what he tell us to do? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, get the mic. It's all good.
I was about to say, Jewish. That means I wish I was a Jew.
Right, yeah, damn right. That's exactly what it is. They wish, not only just wish they was a Jew, they wish they were like us in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? They wish they could jump like us. They wish they could play basketball like us and be athletes like us. They wish they could box like us. They wish they could do a lot of things like us. They wish they talk about us with nappy hair and try to make fun of us, but they wish they had that hair. I just seen something recently. What's that girl, Bad Baby or something like that? The Catch Me Outside, that's her name? She's supposed to be, supposedly, there's some stuff going on where she said, who wants to be black? Or something like that, because she had some hair, some extensions in her head, and it looked curly or something like that. And people was like, she trying to be black. And she like, who wants to be black? So they want to be us. You know what I'm saying? They want to look like us. But guess what? Guess who we trying to look like? And who we want to be like? We envy our oppressors. We want to look like them. We want to put the blonde hair in. We want to have the blue contacts. We want to look like them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying every sister that throw in blonde extensions or anything that's just, oh, she just wants to be white, but it's a trend. You following after, oh, that she wore blonde, she did it good, so I can do it too. But it really comes from that whole Stockholm syndrome state of wanting to be like massa. You understand what I'm saying? While they are fighting tooth and nail to be like you. That got to show you something. It's something special about you. For them, they already over us. They already, pretty much rule over us, but they want to be like us. Like, think about it. I could understand. It's not cool, but I can understand why we envy them. Because we're at the bottom. We're looking at what they got. We like, they're rich. They have this. They have that. I want to be like that. Because we hate our oppression so bad that we don't want to be oppressed. So we want to be like them because they living good. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand us envying them, even though you shouldn't. They want to be like you, though, and you're at the bottom. So that should tell you something. That should tell you that you're more special than them. That should let you know that you're royalty. Again, that's it on that?
Oh, we got Deuteronomy, sir.
Read what you got, Salaki.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. Mm-hmm. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
It says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. What does holy mean? Just say it, somebody. Separate. Holy means separate. I grew up in the church thinking holy was sanctified, or it was like, you know what I'm saying, holy meant like you're a special, like, well, I guess you can say a special person, you know what I'm saying, special. So but I thought holy was more on the line like divine, or like, you know what I mean, like something like that. But really all it means is separate. Holy means to separate, set apart, set aside, different. You understand? It says, for thou, us, are a holy people, meaning we are a separate people. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we need to gather ourselves together over here and let them be, everybody else do their thing. But we need to, let's huddle up. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we need to have a huddle up. Like, come on, nigga, huddle up, let's huddle up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do and how we gonna figure this out. We need to worry about family affair. That's us. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we're a big old family, and we need to get our affairs in order. We need to stop worrying about what, the Thomases and the, you know what I'm saying, the Matthews and all of them are doing. We need to have family feud over here and figure out what we need to do to get out of this oppression. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord himself chose us to be a special people to himself, meaning he has his own team, and the Lord team is winning. Like, ain't nobody beating the Lord team. That's like you got Michael Jordan, LeBron, Steph Curry, all the greats on one team, and then you got Steve Kerr and Mark Gasol. You know what I'm saying? You got them on another team. You got all the great, you got all of them on the other team, but you got all the goats on one team. Who's winning? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn sure ain't finna be Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure ain't finna be Mike Miller. We already understand that. So that's the Lord's team. The Lord's team is a winning team. So now he chose Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans to be on that team. So you should feel special that the Lord chose you to be a part of his team. It ain't like you chose the Lord. He chose you to be special to him. He chose us to set apart, but we still want to love. Like, they call us a hate group. They say the ISUPK is a hate group. Oh, they're a cult. They're a hate group. How are we a cult and a hate group when really we're a love group? It ain't about us hating the other nations. I could care less what they do, but I do love my people. I do want my people to love each other.
That's right.
That's what we care about. I don't care what the other nation, they can do whatever they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? As for my people, we need to love each other. And that's what we teach here. And we teach to love each other so strong. Like, the love that I have for my people is so strong that I do hate the other nations. You know why I hate the other nations? Because the Africans sold us into slavery. The Arabs built the ships. The Chinese people are all in our neighborhoods, taking all our money, draining us of all our resources, and they're feeding their people. You understand with it? Who else? Give me another nation. I got the Africans. You got the Chinese people. Go ahead.
Oh, you got the East Indians with all the oil.
They got the gas stations. They're just draining our people dry. And guess what? Are they giving it back to our community? They taking it from our community, though. But what they sending that money to? They sending that money back to Afghanistan. and Iraq and Iran. You know what I'm saying? Where they people in Pakistan. Y'all know them Kona gas, they got them Pakistanians that want to be black. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They sending their money, they wiring they people money back in Pakistan. They not putting that money back into the black community. You know what I'm saying? So I love my people so much that I hate those people for oppressing us. Now, if you want to call us a hate group for that, then hey, so be it. But really, we a love group. You understand what I'm saying? That's it on that?
Above.
Oh, no, yeah, keep going.
Above.
No, we equal with everybody.
Above.
No, but they above us. They over us.
Above all people.
So you mean to tell me the Lord chose us to be above all other people? That's what the Bible, read it one more time.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Wow. So the Lord chose us to be on his team, and you mean to tell me that he preferred us over another people, and we are superior to other races? What, like that seemed like the Lord is racist, right? I mean, that would, if you look up the definition of what racist is, that would be a perfect definition. Racist is you consider yourself to be superior over other people. You separate from other people, right? Your race is superior. You different from. You don't want to be like them. They're under you, beneath you. Well, the Lord put us above everybody else. So what does that tell you about our God? You know what I'm saying? Our God love that damn right, Most High Christ. Our God love us. He don't love everybody. And that's in Deuteronomy. Y'all can look it up, Deuteronomy 7:6. That's not Officer Habanah. That ain't me. That's in the Bible. All right? Wow, what an introduction. Most High in Christ. You had something? Go ahead.
Yeah, to me, the most understanding thing,
it's all good.
If I could tell a 5-year-old right now, so if I'm telling my 5-year-old son right now, hey, you were chosen. You were chosen from the Most High. You were born a king. Okay, well, but with being a king, you're going to have enemies. This is your enemy. But hey, you were chosen. I love you. Like, give me a hug. I love you.
Right.
But then it's like, I will be considered talking hate if I'm telling this to my son.
Right. That's how other people look at us in the ISUPK.
That's retarded.
Right. Well, but you know what? Think about it. You got to look at it like this. They're not included. Think about it. The Most High is the God of, he's the God of the Bible, right? He's the Most High power. He created this earth. And you got the Most High power telling a certain group of people that they're his children and that he prefers them. All the other children are going to be jealous. All the other children are going to be like, well, why he choose them? Why, they hate, they talking hate. You understand, right? But it ain't our fault. They can say listen, for the children that he chose, it ain't for us to debate whether or not if they say we hate, let them say it. I don't care about what they say. I care about what God say. You understand? So your child, that child that you talking to, shouldn't care about what no other child say. They should care about what Dad says. And the Lord is our Father. You understand what I'm saying? So if my father tell me he love me and only me, hey, I ain't gonna argue with you, Pops. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna argue with you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what it is, right? So, we're not a hate group. We're a love group. And that's the bottom line. Now, let's get to loving each other. And now, let's start with Job. Job, who can tell me about Job? What do y'all familiar with Job? What's your name again, Sister Lockie? I'm not that good with names. What's your name? Yeah. Nadia? Cody. Nadia and Cody, y'all familiar with Job of the Bible? A little bit, not really, kinda. Okay, so we're gonna go into it. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Y'all familiar with Job? Go ahead, Nawadia. Was you surprised I said your name right? I finally got it. Most High in Christ.
So basically, Job, he was like a very, very faithful servant to God, and then
Like, what do you know about, like, what is the main popular thing you know about Job?
Oh, the main popular thing I know about Job is that he went through, like, I guess you can say torture.
Give her a hand. That's an absolutely perfect word to describe what he went through. He went through torture and torment. Yeah. You understand? Okay, so Most High in Christ. That's pretty much what Job is. We're going to go into it right now. Give me Job 1:1.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. Mm-hmm. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
That man was what?
Perfect.
That man was what?
Perfect.
But you know, Christians will tell you, but you can't be. Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? Like you can't. Like how is nobody perfect? But read that one more time.
Whose name was Job, and that man was perfect.
That man was what?
Perfect.
But I thought you can't be perfect. There's no way. Nobody's perfect. That's not in the Bible. See, Christians say a lot of things, and they quote a lot of things, including "do as thou wilt," but it's nowhere in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? This man right here was perfect, and guess what? He was a man just like any one of us. That means we can be perfect too. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Damn right. Most High in Christ.
All right, and upright. And one that feared God and eschewed evil. Verse 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
So now, Job was a perfect man. You know what I'm saying? He was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. I mean, his name was Job, and he was a man from the land of Uz. And it says he was perfect and upright, one that feared God and eschewed evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Keep going.
Verse 3. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels.
How many sheep?
7,000.
So it says his substance, meaning his livestock, like what he owns. He owns a lot of livestock. He has 7. He's a very fruitful man. He has 7 sons and 3 daughters. He got 7,000 sheep. That's a lot of sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know about and how many 7,000 sheep and what?
3,000 camels.
3,000 camels.
And 500 yoke of oxen.
500 yoke of oxen.
And 500 she-asses.
500 donkeys, female donkeys at that.
And a very great household.
And a very great household. Keep going.
So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
This man was the greatest man in the East. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you had something, sis? Oh, okay. Oh, no sweat. It's a lot. I see a hand going up. Any questions? You know what I'm saying? I'll be ready to take questions. So this man has 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 cows, 500 female donkeys. You know what I'm saying? And he was great. He was the greatest man in the East. That's a lot of. If you know anything about the livestock, you know that's food, and that's money. You know that's their revenue. Being able to have them cows alone, 500 cows. Think about how many families could, like, think about how much you could eat off that. Because you got cows and they're going to be female cows, going to make more cows. Like, you set for life. Go ahead.
So, like, if I made that yoke means there was a pair.
And it's a pair, right.
So 500 yoke means
so
1,000.
Yeah, but the reason why I say 500, because, let's say 500 females. You got 500 females that you can breed. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna pop out. I don't know how many. Maybe one? How many can they only have one? I don't really know. I don't own a farm. Yeah, they gonna have one. Baby at a time. But that 500 can easily turn into 1,000 real quick. You know what I'm saying? And multiply, right? So of course you're gonna eat some, breed some. Y'all get the point, right? So you're gonna eat good, and you got some you could trade, barter, sell. That's a lot of money. That's not even counting the sheep. That's not even counting the donkeys. That's not even counting the camels. You understand? So he was a very rich man. Rich man. All right, keep going.
Verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them.
Now, this is one scripture in the Bible that Christians love to try to cut the Isupk with, saying that you can celebrate birthdays. Because it says it right here. Read it one more time.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day.
Every one what?
His day.
So they're trying to say that this means their birthday. So it gives Christians a reason to believe that they can celebrate their birthday. That's not the case. Can anybody tell me or give it a shot or what they feel like this means? Nobody even want to try it? Go ahead, you pal. Okay, like give me. I need more. Mm-mm. So, okay, so when it says, and his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day, what is that saying? Like, what? Go ahead.
Oh, they're saying that each son on his birthday, had a party.
That's what Christians say.
Right.
That's what Christians believe. That's not the case here in the scripture. I'm gonna give it to y'all for time's sake. All this means is one day we're gonna go to, we're gonna go to Ron's house. Tomorrow we're gonna meet up at my house and we're gonna eat this, and then the next day we're gonna meet at the young man house, and then after that we're gonna go to Rom's house. He gonna have them glizzies. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have them glizzies. You understand? We gonna be barbecuing. We're gonna be doing our thing, and then after that we're gonna meet up at the Warriala house. That's all it means. It's just all it's saying is each person gonna have their day where we gonna go to this person's house or that brother's house, and this, that's it. It's not meaning, oh, this is my birthday. On my birthday we gonna do this. On your birthday, so they all had just so happen to have birthdays in like that close to each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause you gotta read when you read. This was happening around the same time. So they all just had birthdays all at the same time. That's not what that's talking about. It just means we gonna go to your house to eat some, some oxtails or whatever. We're gonna eat pizza at my house tomorrow. We're gonna have some, barbecue, Thursday, Friday. Y'all get the point, right? Each day we just gonna have go to a different brother's house. Keep going.
Verse 5.
No, keep reading verse 4.
Oh, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them.
So now they got the seven brothers. They invited the sisters over. So it's like family dinner, but we're gonna go to eat different, the different siblings' house each night. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. And it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them.
And just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, like it's like a slow build-up. It's kind of like one of the movies that kind of start off a little slow, and it's just like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, the stuff start getting real crazy real quick. That's kind of like Job, you know what I'm saying? Job started off a little slow. It's like, what's going on? It's kind of boring. And then things are going to really get intense real soon. So they... It says, and it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about, and Job sent and sanctified them. Go ahead.
And rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all.
Mm-hmm.
For Job said.
For who said?
For Job said.
Uh-huh.
It may be that my sons have sinned.
Uh-huh.
And curse God in their hearts.
And curse God in their hearts. So now, why did Job say that? Why? Job got up and offered burnt offerings. He knew that his sons and his daughters were gathering together, doing a little feast or whatever. So all of a sudden, he get up and he offered burnt offerings into the Lord. And he said that, man, I may fear that my sons have sinned. Why is he saying that? Because we know it wasn't no birthday stuff. They wasn't celebrating birthdays. So why would he think they sinned? Go ahead. Go ahead. That might have been something that came across his mind, right? Give her a hand. That's something that may have crossed his mind. As a parent, he don't know what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? He ain't there. You think about it. Your kids getting together. You know your kids, right? They probably wild as hell. They getting together. They having a feast. Each day they getting together like they it's like damn they're having a party. They going crazy. Ain't no telling what. They turned up. They lit. Every day they just going to a different sibling house turning up. You as a parent, okay, let me ask y'all this. What do the first thing that your mama say when you talk to her or after she talk to you and she go to church, what do she do? The first thing she do when she go to church the next day or that Sunday? She go get what it said in the mic, please.
I'm going to pray for you.
I'm going to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pray for you, baby. You talk to her, baby, I prayed for you. I was worried about you. Because that's what parents do. Job don't know what his kids was doing, but he like, you know what? Job was such an upright man, and he eschewed evil. He hated evil so much, and he like, man, I don't know what they done did, but they probably done did something wrong. So let me go ahead, just in case, go ahead, burn these burnt offerings, send them on up to the Lord, and you know what I'm saying, try to make amends for whatever the hell they done did, because I know they had to do something. Ain't no telling what. They probably was in there having orgies. They probably was in there eating pork and all shrimp and lobster. I don't know what they was doing, but they may have been doing something they ain't had no business doing. So let me go ahead and, make sure, try to get them right with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what Job did. He did that just like any parent would do, you know what I'm saying? Because you want the best for your kids. You don't know what they may be getting themselves into. I knew I had it all the time. My mom used to tell me all the time, especially when she knew I was hanging out in the street selling dope. That's the first thing she used to tell me. Like, well, baby, I'm worried about you. I prayed for you. Yes, ma'am, I understand. Yes, ma'am, go ahead and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no telling what I was doing in the streets, right? All right, so that's what Job did, like any parent would do. Go ahead.
Thus did Job continually.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And Satan came along also among them.
Hold on, wait. Who came?
Satan.
So who was coming to present themselves before the Lord?
The sons of God.
So you mean to tell me Satan came with the sons of God to present themselves? So Satan was presenting himself to the Lord? That's what the Bible say? But I thought Satan was like God's enemy or something. So okay, let me get this right. I just got to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. Satan came just like the sons of God, presenting themselves to the Lord. Usually when you present yourself, it's kind of like a king. A king in a castle, when the people are coming before the king, they're presenting themselves before the king. Usually what do they do when they present themselves before the king? They bow down, right? They get down, they present themselves to the king, they head down, they bowed. So Satan was among the sons of God presenting themselves to the Lord. So that would dispel the myth of Satan being God's enemy, because surely God's enemy wouldn't come bowing, bending the knee as Game of Thrones. I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones. You're going to bend the knee. You know what I'm saying? Surely Satan is not bending the knee to God, right? But it just said it right here where Satan came with them, presenting himself before God. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou?
So the Lord said to Satan, where you come from? You know what I'm saying? Where you been at? Like I ain't seen you in a little minute, man. What's going on? Go ahead.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So the Lord asked him, man, where you been, man? He's like, shoes, I've been up and down the earth, man. I've been looking for somebody I can, see if I can turn them. I see if I'm trying to get to them. I'm trying to turn them away from you. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? See who I can tempt. See what I can do, right? He's been up and down the earth, to and fro. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
So the Lord say, hey, I didn't see you tempt this man and that man, but have you considered my servant Job? I don't think you can get to him. Like Christ, like the Lord is like he confident in Job. He like, man, I bet you can't. I bet you can't tempt him though. I bet you can't. He ain't gonna fold. He's solid. Have you tried him? He's solid. I know he's loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he giving Satan, like he giving him orders. He ain't Satan, like it's not his enemy. He's giving Satan orders. So Satan, what? For the Most High. He what? He worked for the Most High. He's not his enemy. Satan works for the Lord. The Lord, like one thing you got to understand about the Most High is that's why we call him the Most High. He is the Most High power. Like God just means power. When you translate it from the original text, which is the Hebrew, and you translate it into English, it just means power. So God is the Most High power. And Satan may be a power, right? He has power, he has authority, because the Lord gives him authority. Because the Most High is the Most High power over him too, over everything. So I just want to get that clear. That's a Christian myth, that Satan and the enemy, they're just in heaven right now, clash of titans. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. The Lord tells him what to do, and he say, yes, sir, and he get it done. So he's telling Satan right now, hey, why don't you go holler at Job and see what you can do? I bet you can't, tempt him. Go ahead.
That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
Keep going.
Verse 9, then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God, Salakia, doeth Job fear God for naught? Verse 10, has not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side?
So he like, do Job fear God for nothing? Like, he don't fear you for nothing. It's a reason why he fear you. It's a reason why he perfect. It's a reason why he served you and he's an upright man. You know what I'm saying? You protect him. You got a hedge around his house. You don't let nothing happen to him. How you gonna send me to go tempt him and you ain't gonna let me tempt him? You ain't gonna, come on, man. You're really playing with me. You really like set me up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna let me just do what I want to do. That's what he's saying. He talking to God right now. They're having a conversation. Like, God is like, go and tempt him. And he's like, but God, you got all this. You protecting this man. You ain't gonna let me. I can't just do what I want. How I'm gonna tempt him if you got your hedge of protection around him? Keep going.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Verse 11. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So now he's saying, yeah, you done blessed him beyond measures. But I bet you if you allow me to go on ahead and maybe take away them animals, and if you allow me to go on ahead and take away all the stuff that you blessed him with, and let me, do my thing, I bet you he curse you. I bet you he don't be loyal to you. He gonna fold. He gonna be a 6'9". He gonna fold. He gonna fold under pressure. He not gonna be solid and hold it down like Boosie. He gonna fold under pressure and he gonna be a snitch. Watch. Let me take his house and let me take his cattle and all that stuff that you blessed him with. Watch he curse you. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
He said he will curse thee to thy face. He's like, look, if you let me do this, he'll curse you to your face. Like Satan is like, he confident. He like, I bet you if you move your hand from around him, I bet you he'll curse you to his face once I get done with him. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me, so say that one more time.
And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
The reason why I did that whole series just now is because to prove that Satan acknowledges that he can't do nothing without the Most High allowing him to do it. You see what I'm saying? Like he told him, if you go ahead and let me, get to whatever you blessed him with, let me take that away and let me, hurt him in that way, I bet you he'll curse you to your face, right? So that means he couldn't just go in there and do anything he wanted to Job. He had to ask for permission to do it. And then the Most High said, okay, all right, well, hey, it's in your power. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I give you permission to do whatever you need to do. But go ahead.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
Only what?
Only upon himself put not forth thy hand.
You could do whatever you want to do to get him to fold, but don't put your hands on him. Don't touch him. Don't do nothing to him. Leave him alone. But everything else, anything that he loved, anything he cherished, his money, his property, whatever, is not off limits. Everything else is fair game. But him, he's off limits. So he gave Satan permission to do what he need to do. Go ahead. Which further proves that the Most High is in charge. Even Satan. You know what I'm saying? So that just further dispels the whole myth of, Satan. Like the fact that Christians would even think that Satan could even box with God is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody has the reach to box with God. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? For Christians to even believe that, you know what that does though? What that does is give Satan too much power. And it gives Christians a way out. It gives them a way to say, well, Satan is just as powerful as God, so this is why I sin. I follow after this because he's just as powerful. But no, that's giving you an excuse not to follow after what God said for us to do. He's the most high power. Why would you even, listen, me being in the truth, I know not to mess with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, since I've been in this truth, you know, I've seen his power. I've seen, you know, not every day has been good. I don't want to paint a picture like everything's been peaches and cream, because things have been, you know what I'm saying? It's been a rough roller coaster. You understand? Like, it's trials and tribulation, it's tests. All them things are gonna come, but I've witnessed his power. I've witnessed sitting here not knowing how we gonna pay this bill, how we gonna eat, and just saying, you know what? Well, hey, I pray for my daily bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the Christ tell us how to pray. Most High in Christ tell us how to pray. It says, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. And then it said, going to say, our daily bread. So I put it in the Lord's hands and not even worry about it and say, you know what? As long as I keep following these laws, come to class, do what I need to do, pay my tithes and everything, I ain't even worried about paying the rent because I know the Lord, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And you know why? I'm not just putting it in faith's hand. I'm not saying I'm going to pray and it's gonna take care of itself. No, I just named everything that I did to make sure it happens. I pay my tithes. I come to class. I follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Lord don't owe us nothing. There's no such thing as you take one step, he'll take two. Ain't no such thing as that. Ain't no, that's bull crap. Ain't no such thing as the Lord owing us anything. We have to make our election sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we pray that the Lord see our works and bless us. That's what we pray for. You know, that's why I say pray for your daily bread. And that's what I did. And guess what? The Lord made a way. You understand what I'm saying? But I took the measures to make sure. And if he didn't, guess what? We got this brotherhood to lean on. The ISUPK, listen, this brotherhood is unmatched. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai for the brotherhood in the ISUPK, because I've never seen anything like it on the earth. And I done been in gangs. I done had so-called partners. I done had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that these were my real niggas. And I thought these was the niggas that I could call on. We done hit licks together. We done did all this dirt together. When I get in trouble, though, when I'm in some trouble, who can I call? Because I can't call them. They're not there for me. But anytime I had any problems here in the ISUPK and I called any one of them brothers, listen, I'm just going to say every call got answered. Just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Any brother can call me at any time of the night, and I'm going to answer and be ready for whatever. Trust and believe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd kill and die for this truth. And my brothers and my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So that's the glorious thing about being in the truth and having this umbrella of protection around you. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about coming to school and learning and following the laws too, but we also are a brotherhood, and we also look after each other, because guess what? Who else gonna look after us? Nobody's gonna look after us. You understand what I'm saying? We have to look out for each other. All right, but that's kind of straying up. Y'all know sometimes I be going off and all into some other stuff. But what was we at? Go ahead.
Oh, so Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Verse 13. Mm-hmm. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
Now, here's where things it's finna start ramping up. Now, so now the plot of the movie is finna start getting discovered. Now it's like, you know how I want to name a movie that's kind of similar, but it's pertaining to a whole different subject matter. Have y'all seen the movie You? Y'all never seen the movie You? I guess it's a series. Is it it's a series, right? Yeah, with the dude Joe, and he's like a stalker. He's okay. I'm trying to name. Okay, I'm gonna name a movie, a more common movie. Taken? Okay, I'll take Taken. Y'all seen Taken, right? Everybody seen Taken? You know how it start off. They all, happy family. Everything is all good, and next thing you know, oh girl, was it the daughter? The daughter got taken, and then all hell broke loose from there. Like, the movie was it was up from there. You understand? That's kind of like what's finna happen right now. So we done got the rundown. We already understand that, who Job is. what he have, his possessions. We understand the conversation that the Most High had with Satan. Now is the heat finna turn up. Go ahead, read it again.
Connor one con. Verse 14. Oh, you want 13 again?
Yeah, read 13 again.
Verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. 14. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. Salakia, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So now he's saying, like, okay, one day, the sons and the daughters, they eat, they chilling, they doing their thing like they always do, because they like to eat, obviously. You know what I'm saying? They ate every damn day, and in every scripture come up about them, they eating and drinking and partying, right? So they chilling. It's just a normal day at the office. All of a sudden, the Sabines came and wiped out the oxen and the donkeys that was plowing in the field. They came and killed the servants that was watching over them too. So like Job had, people watching over his flock and his animals. So the Sabines came and killed the donkeys and killed the cows and stuff, and killed the servants that was watching over them. You understand what I'm saying? He slain them with the sword. Keep going. And this one messenger was able to escape. There's one every time something happened, one person was able to escape so that they can come back and tell Job what happened. Go ahead. So while he's talking to this one dude that's telling him how his cows and his donkeys and his servants just died, keep going.
While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is falling from heaven, and have burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So now while he's talking to the one messenger about losing his cows and his donkeys and the servants that was protecting them, while he talking to this one messenger, another one run up like, hey, Job, hey man, listen, while I was doing this, like the other one is already still trying to catch his breath from telling him what happened. You know what I'm saying? The other one ran up like, man, hey, look, hey, my bad, not Salaki to cut you off, but look, bro, you wouldn't believe this. Man, this fire came down and burnt up everything. Man, he burnt up the sheep and burnt up his servants. I don't know what's going on. So, like, both of them standing in front of Job right now telling him that something just happened to his animals. Keep going.
Verse 17. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out of 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away. Yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So now you got 2 people in front of Job right now that's telling him how 2 people in front of Job right now telling him how these events just happened. So now his cows, his donkeys, his sheep, and all the servants that was watching them have been killed and destroyed. And another one run up. I'm talking like them. Job haven't even been able to grasp the fact that he just lost all his, how many he had? 500? He had 500 cows and 500 donkeys. He just lost, well, I mean, not 500, thousands of each, right? He just lost all of them. And the men that was serving, watching over them. A third one ran up like, hey, my bad, y'all. I know y'all talking to him, but hey, listen, the Chaldeans just ran down on us, man. They just ran down and they just killed the camels. And they killed the other ones, man. I escaped. I barely made it. So Job got 3 people, 3 of his, messengers in front of him, telling him how his cows, donkeys, sheep, and camel just got wiped out with all the people that was watching over him. Now, this dude says, now keep going, Salakia.
Verse 18, while he was yet speaking, there also came another and said.
So you mean to tell me 3 messengers that ran up on him all in one moment, and another one is coming? Go ahead.
And said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Verse 19, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So you mean to tell me that while he talking to these other messengers, they all ran up on him at the same time, like one after another. Bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news. You got this last one. It's just like the straw that broke the camel's back. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just the one. Like this is the epitome of if it ain't one thing, it's another. Y'all know, we familiar with that as black folk, right? We understand, like, let's say you got car problems, and in 1 minute, your battery die on you. So you got to replace the battery. Then the alternator go bad because the battery didn't drain the alternator. So now you got to replace the alternator. That's $500 you just spent. Then after you replace the alternator, now you get a flat tire. Now you got to change the tire. Then all of a sudden your transmission starts slipping. You like, dang, man, I just had to get my alternator changed, my battery changed. I had to fix the tire. Now my transmission is slipping. Then all of a sudden, now your car is like Putin everywhere it go. You don't know what's going on. It's one thing after another, and it's hitting you all at one time. It's like, dang, I just recovered from, buying the battery. Now I gotta replace this, I gotta replace that. You know what? Just throw the whole car away. Let's just throw the whole car. That's what's happening to Job right now. He just lost all his animals. In case y'all, I don't know if y'all paying attention. He just lost everything, his whole livestock, and the men that were watching over them. And now this last messenger just came and said all his kids done died. So he lost his animals, and now this messenger is telling him, your kids. Now, could you imagine that? Could you imagine you at work, and you get a phone call, and they say, man, I don't know what your neighbor was doing, but, man, they was cooking some stuff, and they left some stuff on the stove, and their apartment caught on fire, and your apartment caught on fire too, and your whole, it's burnt to the ground. It's gone. You get that phone call like that, like you just lost all your possessions just that quick over a fire, and then you get another phone call and be like, man, look, bro, hey, I hate to tell you, but your son, Ronald Jr., man, he just got hit up at the store, man. They say he ain't make it. So you just lost your house, then you get another phone. Like you on the phone with the people telling you your house done burnt up. Then you get a doo-doo-doo. You got to click over and be like, hey, yeah, what's going on, bro? My bad. I'm an important phone call. Like, is it important? Can I call you back? Like, hey, bro, nah, you need to hear this. Hey, Junior, he didn't, like Ronald Jr., man, he got hit up at the store. He dead, bro. Yeah, your son, yeah, he did. So could you imagine that as a parent, as a person, just imagining how you get one phone call saying you just lost your house and your possessions. Then you get, in the same breath, you had to click over and hear that your son just got killed. Then you get another phone call and say your daughter just died in a car wreck. Like, could you imagine that? That's what Job just endured. He just went through that, back to back to back, all in the same breath. He lost everything he had, and on top of that, he done lost his children. So now, we have to understand that the things that we go through in life, like, how can I put this? The scriptures say, I'm going to paraphrase, it says, what was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? This story right here, I love bringing out this story, is because we go through trials and tribulations today, like daily, right? We go through things, and at any time we could always use the excuse like, man, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. This is the reason why I decided to do this. This is the reason why I decided to do that. Like, do evil, right? But in this situation, Job is a perfect and upright man. He done lost everything he had, all in just in one breath. But did he turn away from the Lord? We're going to see. Keep reading.
Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshiped.
The first thing that Job went to do was worship the Lord. He ain't turn and say, man, forget this, to hell with this, I'm going to go kill myself. Or to hell with this, I don't care about life no more. I'm going to do whatever. I don't give a damn no more. He didn't do that. the first thing he went to do was worship the Lord. Keep going.
Verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither.
So he say, look, when I came out my mama's womb, I ain't own nothing. I ain't have nothing. So guess what? That's how I'm going to return. So in other words, he's saying, like, the Lord saw fit that, this happened to me. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to make me fold. Keep going.
The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away.
See, that's what we got to remember. So, you know how when we receiving our blessings, we're receiving the blessing, receiving the Lord made a way for my rent to get paid. Yeah, he also can take that from you too. So just as happy as you were when he was able to make sure you have a roof over your head, don't trip if you lose it. Hey, it could happen. It could happen to the best of us. We could be homeless. We could have everything one day, and the next minute we could be homeless. Well, guess what? We still should serve the Lord the same. We shouldn't curse the Lord because we was definitely praising him when he blessed us. We'll praise him when you lose everything too. Then will he know you really serve him. You understand? And this is the proof. Job is the proof. Everybody understand? Keep going.
Blessed be the name of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Verse 22. In all this Job sinned not.
He did what?
He sinned not.
No, he said, do as thou wilt.
In all this Job sinned not.
He said, YOLO, you only live once.
Job sinned not.
Job did not sin amidst losing his most prized possession, even his sons, his children. Like, you don't supposed to die. Your children don't supposed to die before you. You're not supposed to lose your kids before you die. You know what I'm saying? That's a very hard thing for a parent to lose their kids. And he lost all of them. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Everybody that was in that house died because the messenger said I was the only one to escape, right? So that lets you know right there he lost all of them. So just imagine the pain that he's feeling right now. He still didn't go out and sin. One of us, like, if it was me, I know, especially when I was in the world, the first thing I would have did was buy a pound. First thing I would have did was buy a pound. I got to smoke. I got to get high. I can't deal with this. I can't believe this. I don't know what the hell going on. I need to smoke before I lose my damn mind. I'm about to kill somebody. I'm about to flip the hell out. I need to get high. Well, guess what? Job didn't do that. Job didn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we need to understand is we can't run to the drugs because what's going to happen when you smoke that pound? When it's all gone? You're gonna come to the realization that they're still gone. They're still gone. You know what I'm saying? They're like, smoking is not gonna get them back. Getting high is not gonna bring them back. So what are you going? That's like when I was doing drugs, and I've been about 11 years now, 11 years clean. You understand what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, I know, damn right, that's a blessing. Yeah. I was smoking. Listen, I was smoking every day, all day. I didn't. If I can quit, I know it's a miracle. I know damn well, ain't no way in hell. I just knew. I used to be the one telling me, I ain't gonna never stop this. You'll never catch me stop smoking. I was that person. Like, I'm wake and bake. Listen, I tell a story all the time. I was smoking so heavy. Even through hard times, we saving up the damn roaches. We rolling up. We ain't even breaking them down. We rolling them up, the whole cigar and all. We didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have no cigars. We using Bible. Whatever we can roll it up in, we smoking it. We would listen. I'm telling you right now. Listen. That's how bad it was. I didn't give a damn what I smoked it in, as long as I can get high. You understand? So that's me telling you how this is a miracle that I'm sitting in front of you 11 years clean. You know what I'm saying? And I quit before I came into the truth, but it's the truth is the reason why I ain't went back to it. You understand what I'm saying? It's the only reason why I ain't went back to it, because I would have got weak. This truth is what keep me strong. The brotherhood is what keep me strong. The fear of the Lord is what keeps me strong. You understand? And reading stories like this is what keeps me strong. Because if Job can endure, because Job, read verse 22 real quick.
In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
Nor charged God what?
Foolishly.
He wasn't stupid and and cursed the Lord and said it's your fault. You took them from it, because some people do that. So people like, you took my family from me, God. Why me? Like, he didn't charge God, nor did he go out and sin. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Reading stories like that, the fact that he lost his kids, man, I wouldn't know what to do. Even in the truth, I wouldn't know what to do if something like that happened to me. I'd be devastated. I mean, I really would not. Like, I would literally have to lean on the brotherhood. Like, y'all would literally, I would need to be on 24-hour watch amongst the brothers. I would need that would be a time where I need my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna put y'all work in for the truth that day. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to me like that, or if something happened to any one of us, we gonna prove that this is where we belong. We gonna put, like, the rank that we got, we gonna earn it that day. Because I would literally have to be on 24-hour watch. I wouldn't know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? But this man didn't do none of that. This man did not curse God. He did not sin. He endured. And if Job can do it, he was just a man like us. He wasn't God. He wasn't a special alien or a special person. He was just like us. He had a family. He had everything. God blessed him, and he lost it all. So that's us every day. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up on chapter 2 next time, Lord willing, next week, and we're going to move forward with Job. But I wanted to bring this out. Chapter 1 is very important for us to understand, because it paints the picture of everything that Job had, and this is just the beginning of Job's sorrows. Think about it. Like, you lose your kids on chapter 1. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the plot just got crazy real quick, and this is just the beginning. Like, the Lord, the Satan ain't done with him, and the Lord ain't done allowing Satan to do whatever he gonna do to Job. But we're gonna get into it next, Lord willing, next week. All right, you know what I'm saying? Do we have any questions on what we went over today? So y'all understand that we need to endure like Job. You understand? Like, we're going to go through hardships. Like I said, the truth, being in the truth and, following the laws is not going to prevent, trials and tribulations to come. We are living out these curses. And you know what? Going through hardships is proof that we are the chosen people of the Lord. When you go through things and if you read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and you read about those curses and you see, like, okay, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, oh, that's going to happen, man, that's happening to me right now. Well, that lets you know that description fits you. You are the chosen people of the Lord. If it don't fit you, you might want to start worrying. If you're not going through something, if you're not getting yanked out the car, if you're not dying, like, I'm not saying I want to die. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I want to get yanked out the car. But what I'm saying is, if you a Black, Hispanic, and Native American person, and a Black, Hispanic, and Native American person is going through these things that the Bible described, that lets you know that we are the chosen people of the Lord. And that is a reason to serve the Lord. That is a reason to be happy, first of all, that you are that chosen people. Because I would rather be the Lord's chosen and go through the bad things that these curses have to offer than go through the good and live good and be of another nation. Because in the end, the scriptures say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Right now, our enemies are first. Well, guess what? In the end, we're going to get the last laugh. Trust and believe that. So I'll fight through this. I'll go through this curses. I'll lose whatever I got to lose, because in the end, I know I'm going to gain more. That's right. Just like, but I don't want to go, I don't want to tell Job's story before. We're going to get into it next week. We're going to continue with that. Make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord in the ISUPK, www.isupk.com. Click the donation link, pay your tithes. It's very important. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't going to pass the collection plate around like the Christian church. It's up to you to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your election sure. Pay your tithes. Go there, click the donation link. If you got an Android phone, you can get the ISUPK app on Android. We ain't got it on iPhone yet. You know what I'm saying? And I got both, but, I'm team Android still. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the app. You can actually donate on there as well. Or you can contact the school, the head of the school near you, and you can donate like that, pay your tithes like that. All right, with that, make sure y'all do that. We have an upcoming High Holy Day. I'm pretty sure Officer Rum gonna touch on it in the announcements. If there's not any other questions, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Officer Rum for the security announcements.
We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayasharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days, which is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, for 8 days. Out of the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And those are security announcements. Also, we got one more announcement. Brothers and sisters, Google search the school and request directions prior to departure. Also, call the Google search number. Once arrived, click the website button. And if you have pictures, you can upload them there. And those concludes the announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, which means to stand. Amajim is Hebrew for stand, so that means stand. We're going to go ahead and salute out. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yazmatah, Sar, which means to turn. We're going to face the sisters. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahushua. Yazmatah, dismissed. All right, most high encouragement.
Please hold on talking until we clear online.